So I wanted to show you a combo where if you can make a ring 7, you can summon a Gameciel directly from your deck. You don't have to run multiple copies of the field spell, none of that. We're not even going to draw the broken hand. We're just going to draw a Neptibus to make a ring 7 and a bunch of garbage. So this is how you go. You summon Neptibus. You're going to use its effect. You're going to send a Dragoons, and that's going to give you a Dragoons. Once you do that, the other Dragoons is going to get you a Megalo. So you're going to add it to your hand. You're going to summon Megalo by discarding the Dragoons and any other water monster. It doesn't matter what it is. Right, so you do that. You get your search for your Megalo. And then you're going to get your search for your Dragoons, and that's going to get you another Megalo. Once you do that, you activate your Megalo, your second one, pitch 2 more waters. So really it just needs 3 extra waters. And I like to search the spell. I like to run the spells. I don't like the Sekka build. Once you do that, I'm just going to go straight into a Tomahawk. I'm not going to link summon. I'm not going to summon the Sorceress first. Just straight into a Tomahawk. Once you do the Tomahawk, you're going to detach 2. That's going to summon your tokens. There's the third one. And there's the fourth one. Now what you're going to do is you are going to summon a monster that points side. Well, you're going to summon your Lamphalinkus first. You can use a Reproductus too if you want. Once you summon your Lamphalinkus, you're going to use one of the tokens to Link Spider. You got to make sure you leave the token on the left or on the right, because you're going to summon Sorceress with those 2 monsters. The Summon Sorceress is going to target one of the machine tokens, and that's going to summon your Planet Pathfinder. Your Planet Pathfinder is important because that's basically a searchable terraforming, which is great. That means we only have to run 1 of each. 1 terraforming. Now you're going to use it for fodder to be able to go into a side pointer. And now you're going to make Firewall next to it. And then obviously the last token you're going to turn into a Link Spider. Just like that. You're going to activate the Firewall Dragon. The Firewall Dragon is going to add your Planet Pathfinder. And you can add anything else. I like to add the Dragoons because it has a lot of synergy with Mermaid. So I'll add that one back. Now we're going to get rid of the side pointing Nightmare, and we're going to go into a Mermaid. So just like that, you're going to use the Mermaid's effect, and it's going to be Chain Link 1. The Firewall is going to be Chain Link 2. So we're going to activate it, pay cost, discard the Dragoons. Now we're going to summon it right here. You could summon it over here, but you're not going to get any effect because what's her name is going to be on the field, the Ibli. So you're not going to be able to trigger Firewall Dragon whenever you trigger it. So we'll just summon the Pathfinder over here next to the Mermaid. And we're going to summon the Ibli next to the Firewall Dragon. Once we did that, now we're going to get our search. I like to search for the Atlantean Marksman because we already have the trap in our hand. So that way we have 1 form of interruption. We're going to tribute we're going to tribute the Planet Pathfinder, activate it on the field. And so now you can actually, there's a couple things you could do. I'm going to show you the basic one though. We're just going to summon Saryuja Skuldred. You have 4 materials on the field. You can just link them all away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that'll summon your Saryuja Skuldred. At this point, I guess if you want to chain block, you can. I don't know why your opponent didn't chain block earlier. But just in case, if you wanted to chain block, you can. You can summon the Ibli to your opponent's side of the field. And you can put 3 back. We're going to put the Gameciels back because we can search him with the field spell. We're going to activate it because it has 4 counters. And then we'll just activate Saryuja and summon the Gameciel from our hand. And now we get the Gameciel with 2 negates, and we get the interrupt with the card. And obviously, if you do them in a certain order, you'll be able to get 4 interruptions, I guess you can say. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So now what I like to do is I actually like to link away the Ibli into a Link Disciple. That actually gets us an extra counter on the waterfront. That's important because whenever you link away everything into Saryuja, you're going to have 5. That means you'll have 2 negates with the Gameciel, and then if you're able to pop something else, you'll gain an extra negate because you're adding 1 counter, bringing it up from 5 to 3 to 1. With the pop, you go back up to 2. So essentially, you get 3 negates with the Gameciel, and then 1 disruption with the spell and trap card, which is good. And then obviously here we add the Gameciel, and we summon it with the Saryuja Skuldred. and it gets its little boost. And that's what the field pretty much ends up looking like. Now, this is my favorite way of ending the field. There's a couple of extra cards that I run, but it actually adds a few layers of negation, or I guess interruption or disruption or whatever you want to call it. So just like in the previous one, what I like doing is I like setting it up so I get a few extra link materials. So we're going to get rid of the Ibly, and we're going to summon the Link Disciple just like we did before. So we'll go into the extra deck, summon the Link Disciple. That's going to get us the extra counter on the waterfront. And then we're obviously going to get the Ibly. You have to put it in that location where I put it. It's very important, and you'll see why here in a little bit. We're going to go into the Akashic Magician, and we're going to summon it right there. That's why it's important to put it over there, because you're going to be able to bounce it to your hand. Now all you have to do is you have a Link 3. So you'll be able to summon the Link 3. We're going to do Ningirsu because it obviously has different things. But first we're going to search our Gameciel with the waterfront. You're going to do a Link 3, just like that. And then the Ningirsu is going to trigger. You're probably not going to get an effect, so you just trigger the Firewall Dragon. And you're going to summon the Ibly that you literally just got back, which is great. Now you're able to link into the Nightmare Griffin. And when you do that, the Firewall will trigger once more, and then you will summon the Gameciel. Now you have the Griffin that stops your opponent from summoning monsters or activating special summon monsters. You have the Gameciel that basically negates 2, and then you have the trap card that's going to let you summon the Pike and pop something on the field. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously if you chain them correctly, it could be up to 5 interruptions in one turn. Very cool stuff. I like how it works. And it makes it so that you can do it consistently, even if you just have to draw an Neptibus or make a rank 7. Either or is fine. And so we're going to do the FTK now. You're going to just be able to summon the Teus. It's Teus Goons. So you're going to search for the Abyss Gun, and you're going to search for the Deep Sea Diva. This FTK is really fragile because an Ash can easily stop it. So you summon the Diva. The Diva is going to get you the Neptibus. And you only need 2 cards with this FTK. You don't need any additional cards for discards or anything. It's all self-contained. You're going to send a Goons to get a Goons. That Goons is going to get you a Megalo. And now you're going to link away your Neptibus and your Abyss Teus. Because you're going to be able to get the Abyss Teus back on the field. You're going to leave the Deep Sea Diva alone, because we're going to use her in a combo piece later. So we'll get rid of both of the guys, summon Reproducus, and now we'll summon the Megalo. We're going to discard the gun and the Goons. Excuse me. And so I like to chain them like this just so that the Megalo doesn't get Ghost Ogre. I don't know why I'm paranoid about that. But we're going to bring back the Teus. The Teus is going to come back, and then this time we're going to add a Speller Trap for Abyss Megalo, and then we're going to get the Moulin Glacier. We're going to summon the Moulin Glacier because I do believe we have 5 cards. We sure do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to summon the Moulin Glacier right below the Reproducus because we're going to use it as link material. Discarding the cards really doesn't matter. You just need another body on board, and obviously that ends up being a body that you can use. Now we're going to use Reproducus, and we're going to change Moulin Glacier to a dinosaur, and we're going to make our Summon Sork. The main thing with the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon FTK is you need a rank 7 of Fairy and a way to make another Link 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to overlay into Tomahawk with the Teus and the Megalo. We're going to get a bunch of tokens. And then once we get the tokens, we are going to synchro. We need a fairy. There's no Link 2 fairy, but there's a level 8 synchro fairy. And that's how we're going to be able to get the Gelendua to our opponent. Luckily, Deep Sea Diva is a tuner. And this card right here, Angel of Zera, it's actually a fairy. Man, I haven't seen this card in forever. I remember I used to use it whenever we used to run Chaos. But anyway, you're going to synchro it away. The Diva, and now you're going to point to it. Since it's a fairy, it's going to give your opponent Gelendua, and now you don't need it. The Gelendua is negated, which is good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a Link 2. So you're going to do I'm just going to do Cerberus because I usually never use it. And you don't use Cerberus's effect, so you go ahead and do that. And now you're going to make a firewall pointing down. And now you're going to make a link spider with the remaining token, and you're going to get 2 cards back. You're going to get something that could summon itself, so Abyss, and then discard fodder. The best discard fodder is going to be the Dragoons. So you're going to get both of those back. This is going to be great because you're going to be able to make rank 7 just with those 2 cards. So you're going to summon the Tejas. So we'll do that. We'll activate it, and we will activate it by discarding the Dragoons. We're going to summon it. We can summon it over here. It doesn't matter. The Dragoons is going to give us another 7. So there we go. So we have half of our rank 7 combo done. Now we're going to summon the Triple Burst Dragon. We have a link 1 and a link 2, so that's perfect. So we'll go ahead and make a link 3. And the good thing is it's a generic monster. So we're going to be able to use the cards that we have existing on the field. And you need it because you need a dragon to be able to trigger off the Agave Magician. Or the Agave Dragon. And as soon as we summon it, it's going to trigger our firewall, which is perfect because that'll let us summon our Megalo. So we're going to get rid of both of those. There it goes. We're going to trigger our Firewall Dragon. That's going to summon our Megalo. And now we're going to be able to go into our Red Eyes. Oh, this video I did find on Reddit, but the guy used a bunch of different cards. I'm basically showing you, and then you're going to link those 2 away. I'm basically just showing you how it works, just with the 2 cards. He used like 5-card hand. You could do it with the 2-card hand. You don't need that many cards just to do it. And you can see that Galandu tries to destroy itself. And the Red Eyes keeps on burning because it keeps on doing that. Now the good thing is it negates itself, so it doesn't die. But every time you burn your opponent, it tries to kill itself. So yeah, that's how the combo works. Also on the other combo, the Planet Pathfinder, I just want to give a shout out to Phoenix Flare X they're using it apparently in World Chalice. I'm like, oh, I forgot that card exists. So shouts out to him.